It's now time for Energy Insights, where you get an inside view and local perspective of all the oil and gas progress going on in the Mid-Ohio Valley. This program is brought to you by the Southeastern Ohio Oil and Gas Association and can be heard every Saturday at 9 a.m. on WMOA AM 1490, FM 101.3, JAWS Country FM 100.9, and ESPN Radio AM 630 and FM 92.9. Here's Johnny Wharf, your local host.
Saturday Morning Energy Insights brought to you by the Southeastern Ohio Oil and Gas Association from Artex Oil. We have Gene Huck. And Gene, I've had the opportunity to be at a couple of places where you were. We were at the Oil and Gas Association annual meeting, most recently the meeting with Suga. And your name keeps coming up, so I know you're not one to talk about things like this, but the Patriot Award at that Ohio Oil and Gas Association, maybe explain to our listeners about that.
Yeah, the Patriot Award is a recognition for people who do a lot of volunteer work inside the industry. And, you know, we do it a lot just for self-preservation. We get involved with the regulatory bodies and to make sure that they don't regulate us out of business. And sometimes that translates into some recognition, but really everybody works on it. They have to pick somebody.
Now, as far as the Hall of Fame in the Southeastern Ohio Oil and Gas Association, that one hit you where your feet are, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. I wasn't expecting that at all because I haven't been that intimately involved in Suga for a while, but still represent the industry and promote them where we can because they do a great job. But, that really got me today.
Well, I think it has a lot to do with maybe looking in the back, and there's your wife, and there's your daughter, and then your brother's the one that's dropping the bomb, right?
Yeah, that really I had no idea. I mean, I got to get on my wife when I get home because normally she puts out some hints of some kind, and so there was nothing this time. So it was really special to have her here.
Talk about the early days of getting in the industry. Obviously, it's changed so much, and you got to keep up with it. But talk about back in the day, if you will.
Okay, things are much more sophisticated today. I think a lot of people are more aware of the industry and more critical than they were. Now we just, I think, are accused of things we don't do, where early on there were people that actually did those things. And, you know, I think a lot of the concern of the public and the environmental community is that those things are still happening, and they're not on a regular basis. There are still accidents, of course, but now we just we stay involved is self-preservation.
You've always been a good steward of the industry, of your business. Sometimes don't you just want to say, well, let's go ahead and pull the plug for a few weeks and see how they feel?
Well, exactly. I mean, you know, first of all, it'd be a violation of the martial law. But no, you would like to give some people some reality discipline, but I think that's coming anyway. I think in the form of higher energy prices, just because of some of the postures that they've taken. So I don't even think we're going to have to do it. I think it's going to hit them in the pocketbook rather than physically not having the heat or the electric.
And then talk about a business that is Artex Oil, Merida College guys, and here locally is what's the future of small companies like that?
Well, the increase in product prices really help, but we do have a dearth of young people getting excited like Jerry and I did when we got involved with Artex. There were opportunities. There's still opportunities, but it's a very capital-intensive business, and people are going to have to really do it the right way. But I think there's still a lot of resource in southeastern Ohio that needs to be developed. Artex was fortunate enough we drilled 2 horizontal wells in the last year and a half that have been commercial. In the oil window, and again, higher oil prices helps that a bunch. But, I think someone who would go to that area and exploit that is going to do real well.
Somebody like you, all of a sudden, think about horizontal drilling, not been around very long, right? When you think about the industry, is there something like that around the corner again?
Boy, that I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of discussion of how tech is going to help the industry. But I can tell you, being a field guy myself, that there's no replacement for human ingenuity and reacting when everything's going good. I think tech can help, and obviously high tech has helped the steering of the bits and stuff like that to allow us to go horizontal. But it's a physical process that takes people on the ground, and I think getting those people are going to be just as important as having advances in the technology.
Hey, when you sign your name from now on, I want you to put HOF 2022, all right?
Yeah. I would like to recognize our Texas business partner, Art Rube.
Sure. Unfortunately
passed away on April 15th at 104 years old. Inspirational guy, and helped Jerry and I immensely. So a little shout out to him.
Yeah, and I had the great pleasure of meeting him as well. So thank you for that. Gene Huck, he is a Patriot Award winner and also Hall of Fame for Suga. Until next week, have a great day.
Thank you for listening to Energy Insights, brought to you by the Southeastern Ohio Oil and Gas Association. Tune in every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on WMOA Local Radio, JAWS Country, and ESPN Radio, as Johnny Wharf brings you your local and inside perspectives going on in the oil and gas industry right here in the Mid-Ohio Valley.